energy was like an elephant in the room. Pharaoh knows. He record, he sending it, he making it known. He going outside on the phone. So I'm saying, say that. She assured me that this guy's a school teacher. Don't worry about him, a school teacher.
Okay.
I ain't no goddamn student teacher don't get people hurt. They got a compassionate spirit. And there's white people here. Matter of fact, I know that lady I used to do trainings for her for the Texas Juvenile Justice Department. Say, man, this white man is a Republican candidate, Chris Daniels. Surely they won't do nothing here. But I'm noticing that they talking to the dude, but nobody asking him to leave, since he's uncomfortable with me being there, and nobody saying, hey, you might need to get out of here. I told her one time, I told Hellcat, say, we figure out here. I don't know who this nigga call it. Man, don't worry about that nigga, brother. Dr. Candace Matthews kept assuring me, my husband kept assuring me that I was okay and ain't nothing gonna happen on their watch. But I started noticing, due to what you call situational awareness, I started noticing the body language of the off-duty cops. They keying in on him. Now they standing right next to me. Now I've been having fun, I'm tipsy, I'm drunk, and I got my eyes on a big butt or a big butt girl I want to try to, so I'm vulnerable and off. But I don't stop watching the two cops' body language. 4 or 5 guys walk in. Late 40s to mid 50s. They ain't got the money chains. They got the old doughboy chain that hang down, the old Big Meech them chain that hang down with the chain to the belly.
Okay.
They got them chains on, the old school boys. Right, they got out the feds or something to put the jewelry back on. White tee, fresh them up. He fresh old nigga. Every old nigga look me in my eye. 2 of them shake my hand. The bitches they bring in, them won't go hold them pistols, but they friendly. Those were the smiling faces that was the most dangerous. Cause they came in and made their presence known, shook my hand, looked me in the face, and went right over there to the corner. Huddled up with him. So I counted about 4 niggas, 3 bitches. Okay, so I see the first wave of niggas come in. Now I'm starting to see outside. Bitch starting to jump like the hood shit. But there's white politicians in here. This is where I became a fool. I knew I should have left. Why leave now, nigga? You been having fun. You sense a little danger. You sense a little danger based on your wisdom. But you're also a little tipsy too, nigga. So the danger you sensing, you saying fuck that danger. You trusting your sister, Dr. Candace, but not only are you trusting her, you trusting her husband too. These are some reputable people in Houston. And plus, she said she talked to Jane. So don't worry about this school teacher, boy. These peons if you don't talk to Jane. I lost trust in her. Cause I saw when she started talking on the microphone, introducing me white people, politicians, they wouldn't even listen to her. That's why I got mad. I'm more offended that the audacity of these niggas who call themselves black to come up here and put a stain on Dr. Candace Matthews' name with these white politicians, bipartisan from both sides of the aisle, Democrats and Republicans, and shout out to Chris Daniels. I'm banking that these niggas ain't finna do nothing in front of these white folks. That white woman look like, no, that white woman know me from the Texas Juvenile Justice Department, training, highly recommended. So they know me. So I'm safe in the political world. Out there I ain't safe. I don't know who gonna put a track on the car. So I overstay my welcome. I should have followed my first mind 30 minutes ago and got up out this bitch when them old school niggas coming out with them goddamn 2002 Capitol Beach party chain. So nigga, now I got to play fool now. I can't be scared. I've been here not knowing what danger I'm in. I'm in the hands of the devil. I'm in the hands of the devil, but guess what? I don't know it. Why? I wouldn't have came and I would have left. Had they said they were J. Prince Daughter Establishment, I wouldn't have took one drink from back there. You can make me feel they wouldn't give me piss water. They wouldn't pissing in my Don Julio. You can't make me believe them they weren't shaking piss in my Don Julio. That's why I was looking like the brown tequila. So, nigga, as I'm sensing danger, this is what I'm saying to myself as I try to talk myself from being drunk, buzzed, to be scared. I done got drunk, now I can't get scared. Now I'm having a conversation with myself. Nigga, look how serious these two off-duty cops here. They don't want to stop from having fun. They standing on me, and this is what I told myself. You can relax now, son. Why? I just seen two police officers out of the spirit of who they are, who took an oath to sworn and protect. That oath rose above the loyalty to Dr. Candace and J. Prince now. There's no way something could have happened to me and I've been there that long and you got two off-duty cops there who were sworn to take an oath. And it was very much obvious that this one guy had an issue with me being there. So I'm there for about 2.5 hours. So this is what broke my heart. Rather than me going out that door right there, they're not listening to you, Doc. I told Doc, I said, I want to help that white guy, Chris Daniels. I want to help him work on his campaign from the back, try to help him get him voted. I like it. I had already just met him right there. She said, come on, let me introduce you to him. She took me from this side of the room, it's another door over there. She took me over to that door, to that side. Now I'm just standing there. She talking, Chris Daniels talking. I'm trying to figure out, come on, Doc, don't give me the microphone. What am I up here doing talking? Man, please give me the microphone. I wasn't there to talk. She brought me over there to that side of the door. Because if you go watch the footage, that's when the goon squad come in. When I went over to that side of the restaurant, I was closer to the goon squad to come in. The goon squad them come in, 7, 8, 9 niggas in a line, very obvious, and took over the stage. Now, she and the Republican candidate right there talking. This big 6'4", big muscular dude leans down to tell me what J. Prince didn't want me to do. I put my hand on his big old shoulder. Damn, that muscle big, hoe. Remember him showed the motherfucking thing, a Holyfield hand on his shoulder? Man, he had them. And I rubbed on that big motherfucker. I watched that video, I was touched. I said, man. But what I was doing was, I was getting myself close to him. If he tried to hug me, they were going to throw me on the ground because I was hugging. I had my arm, so I was just put my head in his chest. So he's saying to me, and it made sense at the time, big as he was. Many guys it was right there. With Dr. Candace Matthews standing right there, the Republican candidate standing right there, and the whole crowd watching with their phone down. He said, Sammy College. I said, yeah, I'm gonna call it out. So I said, take my number there. He said, no. Come over to college. I said, yeah, when I get through over, I call her. He said, no, come, you know how to say this, what we go do. He said, we're gonna make a video. He said, man, you just go apologize. Say you were trolling in the beginning. You trying to get home. Now you're home. You got your money up, and you take back everything you done said. You didn't know better in the beginning. Now you know better. So we just go make the video, come on over, man. I said, say, let me finish doing this. So Dr. Cannon, actually, we had a whole conversation. If you go back and watch the video, you hear us say, Charles, man, forget all that.
Charles! Hey, Charles! In that conversation, can you come out?
Mission accomplished now. I was held there to get the message, to apologize. And at the moment, yeah, what I said. I'll be able to do it. But the more I thought about, I know better. I really don't know better. I can't lie. Yeah, I'll be lying, James. I said, I really don't know better. All my life, they've been telling me somebody who hit me in my mouth for my big mouth. I've been meddling and poking and fucking with people ever since I was a little boy. And they been telling me, boy, somebody gonna beat the shit out you one day. I've been meddling people all my life. I ain't been hitting nobody. I ain't been killing nobody.
Right.
I've been meddling people.
People have hit you, though. People have attacked you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, I've been hit one time.
Well, the barbershop incident,
One time. Nigga hit me one
the
time.
situation when they jumped on stage.
They tackled me.
Okay.
Hit one punch.
All right. Okay.
So I never taken a punch.
Okay.
Most of the people y'all saw on stage was the promoters people. Why? I was up there saying fuck Jay Prince.
Right.
The promoter was Jay Prince godson, so he said, dude, bring him off stage. So I done already said, because the head was saying, Mob, so I done already went on stage and said, fuck Jay Prince. So I've had no consequences for nothing I said online. So when they tell me that, I said, say, homie, let me finish this right here. So when she snatched him away, they don't just move away. She had to give me the microphone to pay it off. So now I got the microphone, and I done been told what to say. I don't know if I'm supposed to say, y'all, I apologize to Jay Prince. I go in political mode because the event was political.
Say drunk niggas. All the drunk niggas, listen up. 33% of your kids in Houston cannot read on or above their grade level. And I see why. Because when proper information is given, niggas get dumb. Niggas get stupid when real information come along. But I done seen niggas fill up the building. I done seen niggas come down here just 'cause I'm here that they looking for trouble. They looking for trouble. But nigga, we got political elected officials here. We got county commissioners here. The person who got access to the files in the county run the county. Dumb niggas.
The whole 2.5 hours I was there, man, this was a political event. I never heard happy birthday. Nothing. Political candidates. So just so happened Hellcat had the metal glasses and we got the whole footage. So immediately after I'm talking, her security whisked me out the door. I don't know the danger. I'm just thinking a couple guys that came in. It's expected if I'm in Fifth Ward. This is expected if I'm in Fifth Ward. But when I got outside, remember I told you I was asleep when I got there. When I woke up, this is like a gentrified community. But when I walked back out there, it looked like the old Fifth Ward. Niggas everywhere. They got the cars surrounded. This nigga by the door ready to take off on me. They could have easily, boom, when I walked out the door, got a couple punches in. Let's go. Let's go.
Man, fuck them niggas. We ain't rushing out here for nothing.
But the position, man, that's why I love real police officers. They'll put their life on the line for you, whether they know you or not. They took an oath in their duty. So I love real motherfucking cops, nigga, and real soldiers who swear. I come from a family of them. I watched 2 officers step in between me and 30 niggas. But when I got to the car, I look around and see all these black men and black people heard for a little bit of me for what I done said online. I could just be put in the car. I stood with the top of his man, you bitch ass nigga ain't gonna do nothing. Strutting like a rooster in a hen house. Because now I'm appalled and I'm seeing everybody got their phones out. So I got to go out like Denzel. Clean, calm, ain't got shit on me. That's what I did and got in the car.
Fuck any nigga mad about something. Ain't now when the whole ain't gonna do nothing. Ain't now when the whole ain't gonna do nothing. And I showed up by myself, nigga. Pussy, pussy. I seen you Jones type bitch ass nigga. Yeah, I showed up by myself in your hood, pussy.
And told Cat, hit the gas, them niggas coming. Who them niggas jumping in them cars coming? And so the way I left, I made a nigga happy. Niggas they supposed to do, they supposed to throw a brick at the car. They supposed to do something the way they can't left. Cause you hear everybody saying, man, why y'all protecting that whole ass nigga? It's enough of y'all to get through the protection. So once I went home and got out of danger, not knowing that I was in danger, I thought about it. I said, ooh, boy, this gonna be the best viral moments the internet have had and seen this year.
Oh, hold on. Wasn't there a shooting that happened though?
Yeah. Soon as we drive off, somebody shoot toward the car, in the air, we just heard a gunshot.
Okay.
We just heard a gunshot. We like, man, I know the nigga ain't shooting. Man, come on now. I know, man, listen. In 2026, all the Lil Durk murder cases and King Von and the NBA young boy, young niggas don't shoot one shot in the air. That was an old nigga. I was a nigga in his late 40s, early 50s, that don't have a bunch of bullets. That fired off one shot. The streets that already gave his name up. Right? Man, soon as they man, wait 100 guys, man, now we get named up.
Yeah, the nigga called me and told me exactly who shot him, nigga name.
So, the young nigga, old nigga.
Is the nigga that's always with Jay Prince with the nigga name. Cause I don't think he actually tried to hit him. I think that he was outside showing out. And then just shot at, I don't know if he's, trying to shoot, I have no idea, but that's who shot though, nigga name.
Before I even got to the house, they got the name. It was, man, look, it's an old nigga. So what I realized, lad, the young niggas ain't mad at me. When I see the young boy ends that'll really kill you, that'll with the switches, I love say, what NBA young boy do to you? Give me gas. So I'm falling out to them. Why? Aiden put me before the young streamers. It's these old gangster niggas who's not used to a weenie guy or a rat guy talking to them like this in real life. Well, I'm not saying this to you guys in real life. I'm saying this shit in the metaverse world. What the fuck are you street guys doing on the internet? Getting offended by internet guys. Because all the shit I'm saying on the internet. If you're really in the streets, why does what on the internet says affect you in the streets? And you're really in the streets. So let me tell you what happened. There's some detectives that know I was there that put the Waymo car out there for when I get ready to leave. It wasn't no coincidence that the Waymo car was just so happened to be behind. I was there 2.5 hours. Word got out, Charleston was there. Houston police chief just 3 years ago stopped me from coming to Houston at a event with Miss Parents Against Predators where I was a keynote speaker because of this incident with me and James. Remember? So word got out. Those officers got a call. Salute to duty. Nah. Houston police would have took a hit, something would have happened to me. James told them niggas to stand down. But James Prince really don't run and control nothing if you ain't on his payroll. Them old niggas know that James got a week and a flaw to his game. He done made it long enough without the FBI and one slip will get him. That one slip, that gunshot may have gotten him. For tell you why. It's highly documented and known that was a political function. It wasn't a birthday party. It was real political candidates there whose names is really on the ballot. So all of these people came up here for intimidation because we got it on camera what they told me to say. Hey, Charleston, y'all break that up. She had to stop it. They waited outside. They've given us the name of the shooter. They cleared Jay Prince's name and said Prince told him to stand down. The fact that his right-hand man came to deliver a message to me. So, before I can even process all this, I went to sleep. I never heard from Dr. Candace Matthews. Hey, brother, you all right? I'm the only nigga left you some money on your shirt, bitch. That day, bitch, I left $200. Hey, brother, you all right? Nothing. I get a call the next morning. Brother, man, they on my ass. Man, they trying to make it seem like I brought you down there. And I could tell the way she was talking, it was people around her. Brother, they trying to make it seem like I brought you down there to come do all this. Brother, now, my flyer was on my page, brother, so she gave me hints.
So she's trying to distance herself from the situation.
And I lied for her.
Huh.
I said I just popped up on my own.
Huh.
But before I can come out and tell the truth, somebody on TikTok was watching my live this morning when she called, me and her was on the phone, and she invited me. I had on speakerphone. The TikTok live recorded her inviting me. And somebody said, no, she invited her, he lied for her. Then she released the metaverse glass. Then James Prince Jr. came out and said that I was never inside the establishment. That I pulled up and I fired the shot.
Oh, they try to blame you for the shooting.
And Dr. Candace Matthews never came out and said nothing. She let me make it seem like, so that's when I said, nah, I can't lie for you, Doc. So there's a recorder of me saying, Doc, but I lied for you, Doc. But you dissing yourself, I lied for you. You invited me. You invited me. And guess what? You kept reassuring me of my safety. And you looked me in my eyes, in her eyes, and said, you talked to James Prince. And you told him. And that's the only reason I was there, my nigga. I swear to God, man. I've been gone on a flight. I already got the money. Man, what? I'm just here for Dr. Matthews, just to bless her with some money.
Okay, so you got out safe, the shooting happened, so now you're pressing charges?
Several officers from other different law enforcement agencies saying that their Waymo camera got everything. Their phone records to go show everything. This was intimidation or an attempt on my life. So, as of Tuesday, he was just calling to see. That Wednesday, because of it became a trending topic in the state of Texas picks up the charges. Right? So it became an unofficial investigation. I had to fly back to Miami. I had a show. I had to move. So so I moved into my new house. I did my show. I was booked here with you. So I'll be back in Houston on Monday, actually making it an official investigation.
Well, Jay Prince seemingly responded to you without naming your name. He said, never allow a maggot to draw you down to its level. A maggot will always beat you at being a maggot. Eventually, maggots become flies, eating shit, agitating others, and spreading contamination until their last days. I've lived with roaches, rats, and flies most of my life, all trying to eat off my plate. Eventually, the universe rewarded them all, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
He must got a 4th grade reading education. He been talking like that since '87. That Wizard of Oz talk don't scare nobody. What's a maggot? We know what a is. What's a maggot? He making up shit now. I'm saying he must got, see these riddles the nigga talk with. Real men don't talk how he talk. This is one thing I've learned about the Prince family. Starting from senior to junior. They lie a lot. And when they're innocent, they don't talk. When Jay Prince and them innocent, they don't respond to nobody. They only respond when they're guilty. When Takeoff died, they went on a media tour. When the jeweler nigga died, they went on a media tour. Every time something happens, they try to come get out. But what we notice is they have a consistent pattern of behavior. They never tell the truth. The All-Star JR shooting, Junior lied and said he had just showed up. Man, come on now. So, first Junior said, I shot the gun. Now I'm a maggot bothering them. It bewilders me that when I said fuck mob ties and Jay Prince, I didn't even have $50,000 in my bank account. I didn't even have $50,000 in my bank account. I had a 750 Li BMW Benz that I bought cash, I had low mileage, low mileage. And I had a bunch of guns. How do I get a mob mogul? How do I get such a rich man that owns an island in another world? How did I get his ear to where he becomes so fragile as a mob boss and as a leader and as a author and a mogul, how do I get his ear to affect his feelings where he'll risk the empire at the time for a guy who didn't even have 50,000 in his bank account? So now, everybody know the feds is watching him. Everybody know this, been watching him. Why? Because by way of Dr. Candace Matthews and her dealing with people like people who can run for county clerk, that's what's taking so long with this case. See, Dr. Candace Matthews is a paid actor by the Democratic Party or whomever is the highest bidder. That's why she didn't take the Carmelo Anthony case initially. Brother Cornell X is my nigga. I love him to death. He been getting in white folk faces, talking loud, like he go whoop a white boy since the mid-90s. We ain't seen him knock a white boy out yet. But he talk like he get in the white man's face and act like he'll break a white man's jaw. We ain't seen him break one yet. We ain't seen them turn a down gang-banging nigga. So let me stick to where I need y'all to follow as I need the FBI to listen. The reason this case is taking so long is your county clerk who works for the court, your court clerk, they got the power to say, put this file in Judge such and such court. No, it take 2 or 4 years, put it in that court, and then move it around. That's why man ain't went to trial yet. That's the secret to him. Whenever you can go down at the bottom and you can be where I was, it's power and influence. Wow, most of them people there are working for crumbs, so they take bribes. I learned that shit from working in. So I understand where I was after I left, when she distanced herself from me and wasn't man enough. So I want to show you my phone records, Vlad. I've been knowing Dr. Candace over 10 years. In 10 years, I've never had this many phone calls from her. Almost 24 hours after the shooting. Not to, hey, brother, you all right? I heard a shot out there. Now, are you all right? Hey, man. So the first call was, brothers, man, they trying to run my name in the mud. Man, they trying to run my name. I said, man, they wrong, Doc. You didn't do nothing. Them niggas did that. Them niggas wrong. Not knowing she's throwing me under the bus. So about 30 minutes later, I get another call. Brother, they threatening my husband. Her husband get on from, yeah, man. Oh, come on, old school, for real, man. They running a skirt play on me. And I'm falling for it. I'm falling for it till Jay Prince come out and say, I fired a shot in the car. As if I rode the Fifth Ward. I don't even know where Fifth Ward is in Houston. I'm not from Houston to know exactly where Fifth Ward is. With a lesbian, a bulldogger, a stud, and no gun, hanging out the window. And one of the most dangerous places in Houston, where he got the police on the payroll. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I was playing when I act like I maced the cat. I ain't maced no goddamn cat. When I point that gun at that nigga, he hadn't even pulled in the driveway yet. I'm just playing for the camera. I ain't pointing no gun at that nigga. But on camera, like I did, he hadn't even pulled in yet.
Well, you claim, and I'm not saying this is true, but you have claimed that you have evidence linking mob ties to Takeoff's 2022 murder in Houston, and you plan on turning this over to the feds.
Yeah, you heard that video. You played it. You came back and played it. That guy was there. That guy there was there. He's the nigga to shoot the bad dice. Old school working nigga come through looking like he ain't got much, hitting them dice on the table. But boy, he cold in a motherfucker.
Okay, but what evidence are you turning over?
I can't tell you that, Vlad.
Okay, fair enough.
You heard the tape. You heard the tape. Why? They was there. Listen, Jay Prince holding them game. That's why I done stopped. Too many niggas done got killed in their hands with the gambling shit. If you go to Houston and you a rapper, you got to come through their gambling game. If you're a basketball player, we gonna stop over here. And you and your nigga got to lose some money. It's mandatory. no different. It's the big U shit. You like to gamble anyway. So, it's safe if you go everywhere else, but if you go and check in with the Prince family, you checking in to die. You checking in to be backdoored. Every hoe you fuck with is one of they hoes. That's why Honeycomb Brady and mama say, man, I want my own house. It's they house. It's theirs. But they just a small tribe in Houston. They don't run the whole Houston. Them South Park, them Southwest Side, no, they don't listen to Jay Prince. Why? We know he's a rap label owner. He's not a mob boss. If you down at the bottom and you need a tools infused for a pair of new tennis shoes, yeah, you'll think that nigga mob boss because you say he got an island. But when the white folk got on his ass, he cried to Maxine Waters. And I'm telling you, Vlad, I'm finna have him crying to Maxine Waters again. Not only do I have that information from that recorded conversation, law enforcement. Now, much as I want to do it, I decided to do it, and it was my thought to do it. Law enforcement is advising me to do it. Niggas, motherfuckers way in Alabama law enforcement, Baltimore, New Jersey cops saying, boy, I think we got him now. Why? She told me. So it was a multitude of people involved to keep me there and to get me there. She slipped up and said, brother, I didn't know if you were coming or not. That's what took so long for the cavalry to come and to mount up, because I spontaneously went after she invited me.
Well, I'm glad you're okay, because when I first read it, I breezed through it. I thought I read that you got shot.
It said Charles White. I looked at it and said like Charles White got shot.
Yeah, the first thing I thought was, oh, damn, you got shot. That's why I hit you. I'm like, are you okay? But then I went back and I'm like, oh, shot at. I'm like, okay, that's assuming he didn't get shot.
Listen, I wouldn't have mind getting shot.
You wouldn't have minded getting shot?
No. Why?
Because you might die. You might die.
Well, here's the thing. Death, I ain't afraid of death. That's the greatest part of living. If I wasn't afraid of dying, I wouldn't talk the way I talk online and go outside. Right? If I was afraid of dying. I'm afraid of being poor again. Yeah, I'm afraid of being poor and say, no, Dad ain't got it. Dad ain't got it. I know one thing, had I died that day, Jay Prince and them going to the feds. When I show you law enforcement in my phone, there's no coincidence that Waymo was there. And the police officer said, hey, that Waymo car right behind you. And then they sent me the definition of what Waymo does for me to post it online on my Instagram. These are some of the same cops when we got another nigga in jail when they was getting up going to work in the morning. They were riding, playing the song that I play on my YouTube video, acting like it's me riding through a city so they can get this nigga that was threatening me. These cops was waking up in the morning, they going to work, turn their phone around, riding through zone 3, through zone, yeah, nigga, because these niggas are online threatening me. I don't know Soulja Boy and Flo Malcolm is having a conversation about putting money on my head in the DMs. I don't know this, but the police do. Cyber police do. They call me, hey, ask Flo Malcolm. He just got out of jail. His boy Smile now, he one of the most dangerous little rapping motherfuckers there was 4 years ago. Threatened me every night. He was on the run for years. Boy, they tracked his ass down. Kawhi, he made a post in LA one time threatening me. He just got out of jail. We the best of friends now. Shout out to Flo Malcolm. So I've been saying this for years. That's why I'm not afraid of anything. Most of the niggas who want to hurt me from LA, New York, Chicago, these are the grown men who still think they tough and bad. I call them used to be niggas, has been niggas, never was shit niggas, but they understand consequences and repercussions. Jay Prince ain't got 10 years to get to the feds. That nigga that shot that gun, he ain't got a public discharge of a firearm felony with a possession of a felony firearm. He ain't got that kind of time on his life where he can go do that no more when they send his ass.
Mm.
And nigga, the phone calls and the phone records go connect the dots. You heard the recording Wack 100 release. When I showed my phone records that Dr. Candace invited me up there. And then when you look at how many times that she called me in 10 years to how many times she done called now. That's why I thank God for Cat in the metal glasses. Because man, it would have looked like that I ride around life, going to places, looking for trouble. That's what the internet believe. That I go around, so at 49 years old, I don't have any felony convictions. I don't have no felony convictions. I don't have a lengthy arrest record. I haven't been committing a bunch of crimes. I've been a single dad, a pre-law student, trained. So nigga, you think I don't wait to get to 49 to all of a sudden to just be going around starting trouble. I'm not getting arrested. What's happening is I respond to situations and then I bring it to the internet and make it viral content.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. That could have ended very badly.
However it ended, it would have ended perfectly. Dead or alive. Why? Somebody going to jail. And it's my dream to put a nigga's ass in jail, dead or alive.
Well, speaking of jail, Big U has new charges. Allegedly, him and his crew chased Future at an airport in 2014.
Wack been told us about that.
Wack, I guess, was involved in this.
Wack been told us about that.
Yeah.
They said Wack was lying because in our mind, we can't see Future in Sierra running through the airport from some crib. We can't fathom that. Most people thought he was lying. I believed him. Most people say, man, he lying. Because we see Future as the type of nigga based off his lyrics, I ain't running from nobody, especially with him and his bitch. But according to the FBI documents, they just didn't run. They took an ass kicking before they took out running. Took a beat down.
Yeah, I guess Future denied it. He reposted
You sound
this
like
video.
you trying to deny. Yeah, didn't they say he took a beat down?
I don't know, like, he reposted a video with Doughboy saying that it's all cap and so forth. And Doughboy actually reached out to me. There'll probably be an interview sometime soon. Listen, I don't know about the situation, but here's the thing. That's not even the serious part over the superseding indictment. The more serious one is that they're claiming that Big U allegedly offered 2 inmates to kill a government witness so they couldn't testify against him.
I used to always hear my uncle say, a drowning man will reach for a broom straw. Man reaching for broom straws. It's the only way to beat him. That's that old mafia hit. Yeah, that's Sammy the Bull, John Gotti. You get that FBI witness. He just ain't got no money to hush a nigga ass up. He ain't have no hush money. Yeah, he ain't have no hush money. And he done lost his boogeyman stigma. He done lost his boogeyman stigma. The Rolling 60s aren't so notorious anymore where they can have the long arm reach like the law. There was a time they'll get your ass.
Well, there's also information, I don't know if this is part of the new indictment, but there's the whole thing about his beef with Nipsey Hussle. They're saying that Big U requested music equipment that Nipsey possessed, leading to a dispute.
They said he was furious after that diss track.
Yeah, Nipsey released a song called You Don't Got a Clue, which Big U said was directed at him, or Big U allegedly felt it was directed at him. Big U allegedly picked up Nipsey, intending to discipline him.
Go give him a whooping. He go get a whooping.
Saying he was a scrapper, not a rapper. Nipsey's brother, Black Sam, allegedly refused to allow it.
Pull the gun out.
And December...
Nipsey dad get the bat. I think Big U hit the dad with the bat.
Well, in December 2022, there was an intercepted phone call where Big U allegedly claimed he had disciplined Nipsey and was bigger than him. Another intercepted phone call on January 1st, 2023, where Big U allegedly said he wasn't beefing with Nipsey because anyone who beefed with him would be killed.
Yeah, shitty cuz still living.
Yeah.
But everybody know. out here in this area. Outside of this, you don't know this. You ain't a real one till you kill one. Everybody know that. To be a real rolling 60, they have always said you have to kill another rolling 60. So when you look at
another rolling 60,
that you ain't a real one till you kill one. Everybody know that.
Got to kill your own gang.
The mafia do, don't you?
The mafia kills its own during certain situations, but you don't have to be a made man. You're not going to be a made man after you kill one of your own.
They ain't just killing their own for nothing. They doing it for a situation too, because they're mimicking themselves after these mob guys. So everybody knows. Just ask any crip around here. The rolling 60s have a saying that says you're not a real one until you kill one. So let me just say this. He's on Crenshaw and Slauson in his hood. Shitty Cuz show up with a red shirt on, didn't he? How he get through the alley? Not only that, he shoot him 6 times. Rolling 60s. As he go away, he come back and kick him in the head. Now, where my kamikaze soldiers at? Where my niggas that say they'll take a bullet for that nigga? Where them niggas that jump in front of them guns? Where was them niggas at that day? In the hood. How a nigga get done like this in the hood if the hood ain't in on it? And then, when it happened, we go cause a distraction and go kill his cousin.
Yeah, I actually looked it up. You ain't a real 6-0 till you kill one. And they connect that quote to the whole Eric Holder situation.
Well, I was hearing that when I got rolling 60 tattooed on me as a little bitty boy in the boys' home with the number 2 pistol lead and the toothpaste up in the nigga's skin.
Damn.
I was hearing that back as a little boy.
Well, look, I'll just say this, though. If Eric Holder was at all sent by Big U, he would have said it in trial.
Why? When you really, hold on, if you were killed for the set, you would die for the set. Didn't you see them guys, them 8 trays, that hit the truck driver in the head when them niggas went to trial?
During the
Rodney King thing.
The Rodney King
it's
ride,
some
yeah.
niggas that still like this here, like Shitty Cuz, that come from this land. It's some real Crips that'll throw their lives away like Cuz for the set. Anybody can get to him where he at. Put glass in the food. It ain't nothing. He come out sometime. You ain't heard nothing.
No, he got beat up.
By some Mexicans in the
trial.
holdover.
Yeah, during the
no
trial.
black gangs.
Yeah,
that's
true.
just the Mexicans, the Mavato love for Nip. Brown and black love. But outside of that, it ain't no gang scenario, because everybody know quietly and secretly that was because you cannot do this if it ain't knotted.
Okay. I looked at the situation. I spoke to people around.
And he was going to go do what I was doing. Meeting with the police that Monday before he got killed about some gang activist, anti-gang stuff. So all that could play a part.
I don't know, man. Listen, I've interviewed Big U. Me and him kept in touch. I never looked at him as the boogeyman. He's always been solid with me. So I was sad when this happened. I don't think Big U had anything to do with Nipsey in terms of the murder. I think it was a situation of someone who has mental illness, who was, insulted in the moment.
He ain't mentally ill. He joined the Crips. He ain't mentally ill. He was cripping. So let me just say this. Nip, so from what I hear, him and Nip was like line classmen. They go on the set together, right? He really a killer.
Right.
Nipsey is a rapper, not a scrapper, right?
Okay.
Why he pressing a killer about some snitching shit? So why when he come back, nigga, cowboy out there, why ain't nobody say, hold up, cuz, no, shit, hold up, man, no. Why didn't nobody do that? That nigga wasn't no mental patient. That nigga was a nigga that do what he do.
He actually was a mental patient. He actually had electrical therapy on him at certain points.
That's just the prison guard fucking with him. Man, that nigga got good sense. The way that nigga killed Nip, he got good sense. He got good sense. The way he hid and he didn't get killed. Nah, that man got good sense. He ain't saying no name, no nothing. He got good sense. All these killer, gang bangers, gangster street guys that done been through violence and post-traumatic stress disorder from the streets have mental illnesses. All of them do.
Okay, look, this is actually something that came out in trial. He had electroshock therapy. His defense attorney stated that Eric Holder received electrocution therapy as a last resort for severe mental health issues prior to the shooting. He also noted that he had very high medication dosage and was under acute emotional strain at the time of the incident.
So
This is not a regular guy.
Hold on. So
This is
y'all
not
want
a regular person.
So we already know you'll say anything to save your life. So they want us to believe he was under high dosage medication when he killed Nip.
Yes.
No, he wasn't. I done seen high dosage medication. They like that. He ran to the car. From what the girl said, he was strategically doing things. High medication. He didn't look high medication on that when he ran back. Kicked him in the head. So this is what I'm saying. Whenever your life is on the line,
Yeah.
you and your doctors will concoct some mitigating factors. So you mean to tell me they was shock therapy in which prison before he got out of? Which prison he got out of? And ain't nobody else from that prison said, man, they was shock therapy up. We ain't heard brain shock therapy since the 70s, Vlad.
This is true. I'll
We
agree
heard
with you.
that shit
I'll
since
agree
the
with you on that
70s,
one.
man.
I'll agree with you with that one.
So now, why we can't go identify where the shock therapy is? Where? What were they doing? What prison they was doing this at? This is a made up. First, Christopher Dalton got on. Then they told me, you better get off that case, nigga. It made him get off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, from the OJ trial.
It made him get off. Shitty cuz gotta take this lick, homie. It's some niggas that's gonna take the lick for the set. And they still like that nigga Zay. That nigga just went to jail off of No Jumper 22 that killed the nigga for DPing. He wasn't them kind of niggas that's finna go do the time for the set. Ain't no more of these kind of niggas. So I get what you're saying. All street LA gangbangers have a mental problem, whether it's substance abuse or mental health abuse or a mental health issue. But shock therapy and this is, nah, man, hell no. That nigga was too precision as a killer to be, he wasn't sloppy.
Just pure passion for guns.
And what do they ask you to cease and desist from?
So basically, if I buy firearms, they're allowed to come in my house anytime, unannounced. In fact, that I still have it.
And are you able to say vaguely why that is?
It ended up in the wrong hands, getting across the border.
And did it end in a casualty?
It did, yeah.
Okay, so this thing looks already to be like a substantial piece, and I'd flip that around.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a gun expert, by the way, guys.
All right, this is an unfinished receiver. The big guys for the military, just like the little guys, traffic in this same object. But it's an unregulated object. Even though it looks like it's already well on its way to being something serious or something legal or regulated, it is not.
When you say the military guys traffic this stuff, what do you mean?
There's an economy of objects like this, both an above ground and an underground economy. This economy happens because the main large-scale prime contractor manufacturers, they need unfinished goods just like the rest of us. That's modern capitalism. So they might go to Eastern Europe or they might go to Taiwan and they would say, hey, you can contract manufacture this for me, import it into the United States, and you can do all this work to it, and it's still not a gun and it's still not really seen by the law yet until I, the manufacturer, touch it. And that keeps things cheap, but it also is like the thing that keeps this entire underground economy going, because these objects already existed, always existed outside the law. And now the at-home user wants them as much as the prime contract manufacturers.
Talk to me about some of your favorite 3D printed guns on the table.
So this one I actually just did last night. And
So the whole thing is 3D
yeah,
printed?
so that whole lower is 3D printed. You just put together the parts kit.
So you have to add the metal in yourself?
Yeah, and then you have to get when you're 3D printing, you gotta get the tolerances just right.
And a machine like that takes a whole day to do just this?
Yeah, there are faster ones, but that machine is meant more for stronger materials, so it does take a bit longer.
Do you want to see a ghost gun?
Yeah. Do y'all see this? See how beautiful this is and very customizable? I like it. So you're just missing the top part, right?
Yeah.
But this right here looks just like how mine would look like on the inside. What I see is like threat financially to the gun manufacturers. saying there's no way we can make money off of these people anymore.
Folks, for context, we are currently in the middle of a golden age for weapons manufacturers. In 2024, companies like Raytheon logged record-breaking profits, with their stock price seeming to match the upward trend of deaths in Gaza. And it begs the question, why is the law so swift to crush an individual for creating a ghost gun in his garage, yet silent when there are arguably companies contributing to war crimes in places like Israel? And some say it feels like a two-tier justice system, where the individual gets a prison sentence while the corporate interests make annual profits in the billions.
I look at ghost guns in a very similar way that I look at magic mushrooms, which is part of me thinks everyone should have the right and access to use those things as they wish as a free American, but the other part of me is aware that these things are sacred and dangerous and have a lot of power, and you should be careful. So how do you walk the line between freedom and danger?
It is a line. And we stay within a conscious vocabulary because in American libertarian politics and political life, the gun is an important thing. It's a revered thing. There's a certain American civic religion about the firearm. And we try to honor that and keep that language so that people understand that we're friendlies. I'm on your side if you like the Second Amendment. I'm on your side, right? It's more important for me to convey that than some deeper feeling about these things. The gun is some kind of centerpiece of a psychodrama, of a legal drama, of the evolution of the change of our state, world states, the role of the individual in society. Everything is at stake with these things. And I see California, states that would nominally be free or nominally have some of this conversation with you, attempting things that I would not believe to be possible just 5 years ago. It's breathtaking to me, and it feels like a civil war to me.
Walk us through what we're looking at right here.
Yeah, all right, fine. This is the G80 system.
What he's referring to, the G80, is the nickname of a Glock-compatible 80% frame. And they say 80% because it's an unfinished piece of high-strength plastic that looks like a grip but isn't legally a firearm yet. To make it functional, you simply have to cut away the blocking material, drill the pinholes, and add the trigger group, firing pin, and slide. And this is the innovation that Cody wants the masses to have access to 3D print.
This is the brand new thing we're doing, which combines all the techniques and learning and everything we've synthesized over the past few years, okay? So it's a little bit of printing, it's a little bit of milling, right? You print this part at home, you mill this part at home, or finish it by hand with some fixtures.
This is where both of your systems kind of intermesh.
That's right, because the law moved, all right? The law said a part like this looks too much like a gun. So now no one can sell you something like this to finish, all right? So you have to take this thing and remove it from the legal context. This has to become information. Now the gun part has to become this strange, unidentifiable, not clearly convertible component. Does this look like anything to you necessarily, you know? If you saw this like in a fucking trash can, would you be like, oh, I found a firearm? It becomes more illegible, and that's our task. Our task is to always create more and more ambiguous objects and products.
So this could be done way more simply, but you, in order to go within the rule of the law, you have to keep making it more and more obscure.
Yes, because the law chases this object.
To a person that has never heard of the G80, just give us a breakdown.
The G80 is the next system in unfinished 80% firearms, okay? The law says, well, all we know, this is the Supreme Court of the United States, and its supreme legislation says, well, all we know is it needs to take longer than an hour to make, and it probably shouldn't look like a gun when you start. Thank you, Supreme Court. Okay, well, we follow the supreme guidance of the Supreme Court, and we say it takes longer than an hour to make, it doesn't look like a gun, your grandma wouldn't.
Well, speaking of jail, Big U has new charges. Allegedly, him and his crew chased Future in an airport in 2014.
Wack been told us about that.
Wack, I guess, was involved in this.
Wack been told us about that.
Yeah.
They said Wack was lying because in our mind, we can't see Future in Sierra running through the airport from some crib. We can't fathom that. Most people thought he was lying. I believed him. Most people say, man, he lying. Because we see Future as the type of nigga based off his lyrics, I ain't running from nobody, especially with him and his bitch. But according to the FBI documents, they just didn't run. They took an ass kicking before they took out running. Took a beat down.
Yeah, I guess Future denied it. He reposted
You sound like
video.
you trying to deny it. Yeah, didn't they say he took a beat down?
I don't know, like, he reposted a video with Doughboy saying that it's all cap and so forth. And Doughboy actually reached out to me. There'll probably be an interview sometime soon. Listen, I don't know about the situation, but here's the thing. That's not even the serious part. over the superseding indictment. The more serious one is that they're claiming that Big U allegedly offered 2 inmates to kill a government witness so they couldn't testify against him.
I used to always hear my uncle say, a drowning man will reach for a broom straw. Man reaching for broom straws. It's the only way to beat him. That's that old mafia hit. Yeah, that's Sammy the Bull, John Gotti. You get that FBI witness. He just ain't got no money to hush a nigga ass up. He ain't had no hush money. Yeah, he ain't had no hush money. And he done lost his boogeyman stigma. He done lost his boogeyman stigma. The Rolling 60s aren't so notorious anymore where they can have the long arm reach like the law. There was a time they'll get your ass.
Well, there's also information, I don't know if this is part of the new indictment, but there's the whole thing about his beef with Nipsey Hussle. They're saying that Big U requested music equipment that Nipsey possessed, leading to a dispute.
They said he was furious after that diss track.
Yeah, Nipsey released a song called You Don't Got a Clue, which Big U said was directed at him, or Big U allegedly felt it was directed at him. Big U allegedly picked up Nipsey, intending to discipline him.
Go give him a whooping. He go get a whooping.
Saying he was a scrapper, not a rapper. Nipsey's brother, Black Sam, allegedly refused to allow it.
Pulled the gun out.
And December...
Nipsey dad get the bat. I think Big U hit the dad with the bat.
Well, in December 2022, there was an intercepted phone call where Big U allegedly claimed he had disciplined Nipsey and was bigger than him. Another intercepted phone call on January 1st, 2023, where Big U allegedly said he wasn't beefing with Nipsey because anyone who beefed with him would be killed.
Yeah, Shitty Cuz still living.
Yeah.
But everybody know, out here in this area, outside of this, you don't know this. You ain't a real one till you kill one. Everybody know that. To be a real Rolling 60, they have always said you have to kill another Rolling 60. So when you look at
another Rolling 60,
that you ain't a real one till you kill one. Everybody know that.
Got to kill your own gang.
The mafia do, don't they?
The mafia kills its own during certain situations, but you don't have to be a made man. You're not going to be a made man after you kill one of your own.
They ain't just killing their own for nothing. They doing it for a situation too, because they're mimicking themselves after these mob guys. So everybody knows. Just ask any crip around here. The Rolling 60s have a saying that says you're not a real one until you kill one. So let me just say this. He's on Crenshaw and Slauson in his hood. Shitty Cuz show up with a red shirt on, didn't he? How he get through the alley? Not only that, he shoot him 6 times. Rolling 60s. As he go away, he come back and kick him in the head. Now, where my kamikaze